guys, what's up? This is White Boy for the win, and today I have another Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire moveset video for you guys today. And as you can tell from your screen, we are making a Infernape moveset. Now, a while back ago, roughly around when X and Y were first released, I uploaded a couple of Infernape moveset videos back then, and roughly 45 minutes ago, I actually rewatched them, and while rewatching them, I was thinking to myself, what the hell was I thinking making those sets back then? But granted, I was actually getting back into competitive play like roughly around when X and Y came out, because I actually started to do competitive play in like Black and White and Black and White 2, but then I stopped and got back into it in X and Y, so like I had no idea what the hell I was doing. So like I said, granted, that was like a while ago, so now that I know what the hell I'm doing, I'm actually going to be remaking this properly. Now, there are two sets that I made, which was a special variant and a physical variant. Now, we're not going to be making the physical variant because pretty much you always see the physical variant, so I'm not going to make that. But we are going to be making a fully offensive special Infernape. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, what? A special Infernape? Infernape only has a limited amount of special moves. I don't know how you're going to pull this off. Well, that's when you're sort of wrong and sort of right at the same time. Yes, Infernape does have a limited amount of special moves, but granted, it can work because Infernape's physical and special attack are exactly the same at base 104. So like I said, it can work. So before we actually get into this, I do have to let you guys know that this is a transfer move Infernape. So if you actually own like Diamond and Pearl and or Platinum and you have the old action replay, if you have the modifier, pretty much all you gotta do is modify a wild Pokemon to be level 100 and be Infernape, catch it in a Pokeball, and then pretty much transfer it over, and it pretty much goes through, because that's what I did for my Infernape. So if you're wondering how you get this through, if you do not know anybody who could Pokegen you one, and or you could Pokegen yourself, and that's great too. But like I said, this is going to be a transfer move Infernape. Now, I do have this set on my UU team review that I made maybe like a month or two ago, but I actually wanted to make its own separate video for it, just because like I think this set is so amazing. Nobody expects, like I said, a special Infernape. So while I actually make the set, I'll get into like why nobody expects it. So let's just get right into it. Now, the item we are actually going to be having a Focus Sash. Now, whoops. Now, the reason why we are actually having Focus Sash is because of what we're actually going to be running on its movesets, which I'll get into later in a sec. But for its ability, we're going to have to leave it as Blaze, because like I said, this is a transfer move Infernape from like back in Diamond and Pearl. So Iron Fist wasn't an ability that Infernape can get until Black and White and Black and White 2 came out. So like I said, you actually have to have Blaze on this ability. Now granted, this is a special variant Infernape, so Iron Fist really isn't going to help you in the long run, but a lot of people do like to run the mixed variant with like, I don't know, Mach Punch, Close Combat, Thunder Punch, and like Overheat or something like that. So some people do run the mixed set, but this is, like I said, it's fully special offensive Infernape. So the item is Focus Sash, and its ability has to be Blaze, or pretty much this, you can't use this set, because it would be quote illegal if you have Iron Fist. But granted, you can pretty much modify its ability to be Iron Fist if you have, I can't remember the power, it's like another power save device which you can pretty much like have an actual mega Pokemon in your box. And like, for instance, I saw someone on a Facebook group that I'm in had a Charizard X in their box that knew like Dazzling Gleam, Moon Blast, and stuff like that. So if you want to modify it, then that's fine, but you can't use it in Wi-Fi battle. But like I said, Blaze is the only ability you can actually give for this set. Okay, now let's work on its stats. Now, you pretty much are going to be giving Infernape the exact same EV spread that you would give for a physical Infernape, but you're going to flip the stats or the EV spread around. Instead of being physical, it's going to be special. So what you're going to do is that you're going to give this thing 252 in special attack and 252 in speed with a timid nature. Now, like I said, this is pretty much the exact same set you would see for a fully offensive physical Infernape, but you're just switching a couple stuff around. So you actually have a timid nature with max special attack, and you're pretty much golden. Now the last four EV spread we're going to give it is in its defense, because let's be honest, Infernape is actually a glass cannon, so you want that extra, I would say, buff in its physical defense. Not like it's actually going to help, but like I said in my Mega Lopunny video, that odd number like HP points is better, because then you can actually switch in and out of stealth rock damage. You can live, I believe, 1 extra turn of rocks if you do end up having an odd number of HP. So I like to actually have my HP odd, so 4 in defense could help, I guess, you know, in a way. Now for its move. So like I said, this is a special variant Infernape. So the first move we are actually going to be running is Nasty Plot. Now, this is the reason why I'm running Focus Sash, is because I like to actually get a Nasty Plot off while having the Focus Sash intact, because that way I can pretty much just attack away and pretty much knock out my opponent's team like that. Because I actually got a Nasty Plot off and like swept my opponent's whole team, and they rage quit because I swept them with a special Infernape. Now, the next move we are going to be running, and I do have Infernape up on Cerebi, I actually forgot to tell you that, but the reason why I actually have it up on here is because there's a move I want to show you that we are going to be running on the special Infernape. Now this is the tutor moves, you can teach it, and the one transfer move that it can learn that we are going to be running is Vacuum Wave. So that's what I said. So here's the transfer move. If you don't believe me, Vacuum Wave. Now if you don't know what Vacuum Wave is, it's the exact same thing as Mach Punch, but it's the special variant side. Same power as base 40, 100% accuracy, and usually goes first, since this is a priority move, but just a special variant of Mach Punch. I mean, you pretty much see this move on special Lucarios as well, but since, like I said, this is a special variant and a transfer move Infernape, you are going to be wanting to get this from Diamond and Pearl and or Platinum, and Vacuum Wave just pretty much helps you out in the long run because it is a priority move. So for those of you saying that, oh, special Infernape sucks because it doesn't have a priority move, well, there you go. Vacuum Wave is a priority move, and it's a special priority move, and it works amazingly. Now the next move we are going to be running is Grass Knot. Whoops. Now, if you don't want to run Grass Knot, then you can always run HP Electric, but I like Grass Knot just because with +2 from a Nasty Plot can almost OHKO a Suicune, and Infernape is in the UU tier, which is pretty much the most stalling and like Haxy tier, I would say. Grass Knot does come in handy because there's a lot of Suicunes I come across in the UU tier, and with one Nasty Plot up, Grass Knot can pretty much OHKO a Suicune depending on their EV spread, because usually I believe what people run on their Suicune is like 252 in HP and 252 in defense. Now with one Nasty Plot up, off the top of my head I can't remember like exactly the number, but I know it was like less than 5 with one Nasty Plot up. I used Grass Knot on a Suicune and it lived, so that just tells you the power of a special Infernape. Now granted, Grass Knot does do physical damage, so I don't know if that's part of the reason why it lived. So I don't understand like Psyshock and Grass Knot. I mean, it's a special move but does physical damage. I don't know, but Grass Knot really does come in handy, and it actually saves my ass a lot of times when you really don't expect that it's not going to do anything. It like I said, saves your ass with like without even knowing it. Okay, now the last move we are going to be running is also a stab move, and that is Heat Wave. Now you're probably wondering, why am I running Heat Wave rather than probably like Overheat, Fire Blast, or Flamethrower? Now I do have my reasons why I do run Heat Wave over like Flamethrower, Fire Blast, and Overheat. Now the reason why I don't run Flamethrower is because that it's power did get reduced in 6th gen by like 5 points, so instead of base 95 it's base 90. Now the reason why I'm not running like Fire Blast instead is because of PP wise, and it does have a chance to miss, so that's the only reason why I'm not running Fire Blast. And the reason why I'm not running Overheat is because my special attack does get dropped, and I would like to actually have my special attack intact while actually having a Nasty Plot up, so I don't lose that boost. So that's the only reason why I'm not running like those 3 moves, Overheat, Fire Blast, and Flamethrower, just because of the reasons why I just listed. And also Heat Wave is like in between like being better than Fire Blast but not as good as, or let me rephrase that, it's better than Flamethrower, but like I would say not as good as Fire Blast. Now if you want more power, you could go with Fire Blast and or Overheat. If you want like more PP, then you will go with Flamethrower, and Heat Wave is in between. Heat Wave does actually have a PP of 16 once it's all maxed out, which is double from Fire Blast, and also it does more damage than Flamethrower, so it's like kind of in between being like better than both Flamethrower and Fire Blast. So keep that in mind, and it does have a chance to miss, a 10% accuracy to miss, so that's also on the downside, but it's not as bad as you would seem, and it actually has a 10% chance to burn my opponent. And for me, while using Heat Wave, I burned my opponent so many times I lost count. Now, there is the set. Now, the reason why I'm actually saying that nobody expects a special variant Infernape is because in the UU tier, while using Infernape, everyone expects the physical variant, so they would Toxic it. And once they Toxic my Infernape, and they don't like expect the nasty plot whatsoever from the Infernape, and then they get fucked over because they don't like, what am I supposed to do? I don't know what I'm supposed to do against a special Infernape. I don't know their moveset, so that's the reason why it just comes in handy, because nobody expects it. It saves my ass like a bunch of times. And even if you do get Toxic, it's not going to affect you because, like I said, this is a special variant Infernape. Now, that's the only reason I can, or not reason, but forget what I just said. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this moveset video, don't forget to hit that like button, and also don't forget to comment and subscribe. Like I said, this is a transfer move Infernape, so if you have the old Diamond and Pearl and Platinum with the old Action Replay with it, all you gotta do is have the modifier on, get an Infernape from the wild at level 100, and catch it in a Pokeball, because if you don't catch it in a Pokeball, it will not transfer. And then once you catch it, transfer it over to Black and White 2, and then over to X and Y, and then once you have it in X and Y and or Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, depending on when you do it, you can pretty much modify its stats, its nature, its IVs, and its EVs with power save. So like I said, it all depends on how long it takes you and how many Pokemon you transfer over at a time while doing this. And if you know someone who can pretty much Pokegen you this set, then you can ask them. Or if you have the power to Pokegen this set for yourself, then kudos to you. I actually envy you, because I fucking hate Nintendo for shutting off the original DS's Wi-Fi, because now I can't Pokegen. Well, pretty much everyone can't Pokegen unless you're special, have an R4 card. I believe that's what people use to gen nowadays. But anyways, like I said, thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this moveset video, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, don't forget to comment and subscribe. I'm sorry if there wasn't a Y Mega Evolve video up today and or yesterday, depending on when you're watching this. This week has just been hectic right after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, so I didn't want to post a Y Mega Evolve video during the holiday weekend. So coming up on Sunday, I will have a Y Mega Evolve up, so I guarantee you that it will be Mega Ludicolo. So that's it. So this is pretty much it. So this is White Boy for the win. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.